Okay, preparing, setting up.
Hey, it says meeting now streaming on YouTube. I think we're live. Are we live?
And we are live, I think. Setting up.
Okay, it says meeting now streaming on YouTube. I think we're live.
Yes, we're live. We're
Ooh,
live. And
yay.
we are live.
Why do I?
Okay, it says meeting now streaming on YouTube. I think we're live. Yes, we're live. Oh, we have
Ooh, yay.
uh
Like a delay kind of thing, no?
we had two volumes going. So I think maybe
Oh,
because my YouTube had the volume up. Hopefully now it's not um echoing. But I don't know. Jill, are you here? Oh, Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
I'm like, I'm on YouTube and I don't see us.
Can
But
you
okay.
tell us if we're echoing still? So I turned my YouTube volume down to hopefully stop the echoing.
I see people there. Well, hello.
No echo anymore. Great, 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 great. Okay, so we're ready. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Yellow Studio Live. I'm so excited to be here with Marisol tonight. We are going to just chat about AI and who knows what. We'll go off the rails, I'm sure.
We're winging it.
We're just having fun. I'm so glad you guys are here to have fun with us. Hi, Sarah. Say hi in the chat if you're here so we know you're here. And, Marisol, we were talking about what our favorite AI apps are right now. And I think, what did you say yours were again?
Mine's still Midjourney and ChatGPT for images and like strategy. Well, yeah, like strategy. And I'm gonna say between Perplexity and like I love LM Arena.
Yeah, yeah. Perplexity is, I haven't really got into Perplexity or LM Arena. So that's so funny. I haven't really gotten into either of those other than when I watch you in Secret AI Society talk about it. But so that'd be really fun. For me, it's like Midjourney, Claude, and Chat are every single day. Oh gosh, I made balloons.
I was like, oh no, it's it. Yay.
Um,
Um,
but those are my everyday. And then, I use other things. Well, I guess like Notion, I use that every day. That's AI, I guess.
you know what? I knew about Notion. This is what happens to me all the time. I know about all the tools, but then I'm always like, I'm gonna pin that one. And then it's been like 5 years that
Yeah.
I said I was gonna try Notion. And I do use it a little bit, but I don't use it every day. Like I know, for example, Vicky Baptiste from the AI Saloon, she uses it every day. And she's like, she said it changed her whole life and she has ADHD like me. So I'm like, I need to check it out. But just looking at a new thing, because I'm a Trello girl. I used to
Mhm.
use Trello for everything and I just like there's a specific name for that kind of board and it was just like so easy to use. But I
Yeah.
know Notion's like for our type of brain.
Yeah. Well, I love Trello too. I mean, I use Trello for all my social media clients because it's so visual. It's so pretty and visual, and you can lay out the images and then the text and then the hashtags, and it's like everything can live in each, column. And so I love that about Trello. Notion, I'm probably not using it to its fullest extent. I'm pretty much using it as a to-do list. And I use the calendar. I love the calendar. It's really great. But other than that, yeah, I am not good at I don't think I know everything that Notion does. I bet you Vicky could teach me a bunch of things.
I'm hoping she's gonna do something soon, like either in She Leads AI or in the AI Saloon, which if you haven't joined, you should join.
Yeah, AI salon is fun. I need to pop over there more often. I always run out of time at the end of the day, checking in at all the places and then, You just kind of
It
run out
was
of steam.
it, because they're in Mighty networks, and I rarely use Mighty, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ah," like, I need to go check. I used to have another community that was in Circle. That poor community was never seen. Like, I was like, "No, come on," like, everybody's on school, so I just check school. That's like I think I check school as much as I check social media, and I have a very big social media problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, social media is it can be a time suck for sure. I'm really careful to not go to the feed very often, except for lately I've been doing this thing where I go to the Instagram feed so I can share stuff to my stories, things
Yeah.
that I think are interesting. And I really like doing that, but sometimes I'll get really hooked on watching what's there because there's so much good stuff.
Yeah, I need to stop. There's this creator that I really like, and she posts super consistently, but she's never there. Like, she does not check Instagram at all, and she makes a ton of money with Instagram. So I'm like, I need to do that, and
Oh,
she says that,
love that.
like, I think that's one of the most important lessons I've learned. Uh, Stop using your phone to scroll, use it to for business.
Yeah.
Like, you have your business in your hand, like, don't just use it to be doom scrolling, and I'm like, "Yeah, I should post instead of, like,
Well,
be here for hours."
the two tips I give everyone trying to do social media for themselves for their business is turn off notifications,
Yeah.
because if you have notifications on all day, it will be a pure distraction. Every 5 minutes, you'll have a distraction, distraction, distraction. And don't go to the feed.
Yes,
Only
I
go
know.
to your own page, your own account, check and see what your comments are or whatever on the most recent post, and that's it. And then run away.
And my Instagram's so curated that everything I see there I love. It's either people I admire that are like have like golden nuggets just like in reels or whatever, or really funny things.
Yeah.
So I could be just laughing and my husband's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Instagram." Like, it's not even TikTok or a show. It's Instagram. So like, yeah, I need to stop.
You could save that if you do really enjoy that. You could save that for your like downtime, for your, because everybody has to have downtime at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could go from like working to sleep. You've got to have that little bit
Oh,
of
yeah, no.
that little bit of downtime and relaxing and letting your brain rest.
Definitely. It's good for, regulation. I'm all
Yeah.
about nervous system regulation now.
Yeah.
I discovered
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's so helpful for ADHD. It's it's such a process because it's not like it's wrong the way your brain works. It's just different.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and there's lots of people that have the same thing. So it almost feels like 50-50, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I read something
50% of
one time that
people.
it was like, I think neurotypical people took advantage of us being distracted and say that they were the normal ones, but I think we are the norm because there's more neurodivergent people than neurotypicals. I was like, that makes sense. We were not watching, and they were like, "We're the normal ones. What do we do? It's how it goes." I I think it might have been Chris Doe, one of those big ones, one of those, maybe Gary V. One of them said something
I
like that.
I totally could see that being true because even though I don't have ADHD, I have OCD. So like I have like a different
Yeah.
subset of things that I need to for my brain. So yeah, we all have something in some way. Most of us.
I don't even know, but that's the thing too. We all gravitate to each other. I'm like, I don't even know if I know a neurotypical person. Like, I don't think I do.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone other than maybe some of my friends that are older that don't know if they do have any neurospiciness, you
Mhm.
know, because they just never knew about it or knew what it meant or
Yeah. What it entailed.
yes, exactly what it entailed. That's a great way to put it. Oh, Beth is here. Hi, Beth.
Let me see. Be the creator. Sarah says, "Be the creator, not the consumer." Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Totally. Same for Notion. Great for task and organizing pages and pages and pages. How cool! Yay! Okay,
So what
what
else
else?
should we talk about? Oh gosh. Well, what are your goals for the year?
My goals for the year are to stop stressing out so much.
That's a great one.
I need to like go with the flow a bit more. No, and actually, you know what? I've been going on a little spiral of why am I not where I want to be if I know all the things kind of situation. And I'm like, that's a very bad like frame of mind. I am all about the woo woo stuff. And it's funny because Sarah's here and Sarah, she's so supportive and she's always, telling me like, you got this queen and, trying to like shift my mindset. And I'm only a Debbie Downer with her, which sucks. I'm so sorry, Sarah. When I'm like, yeah, but this and then that, and I'm like, that's not even how I really think. I know the power of the mind. I know how important it is to stay in, and not like toxic positivity. It's just like reframe. Like you're always, like I have a roof, I have my family together, I have my dog. Like even the little things, every time I walk with Meatball, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so freaking blessed. And I'm like, then why do when I talk to people, I focus on all the frustrations, like, and I'm just gonna bring more of that.
Mm,
So I'm just like not even gonna acknowledge it anymore. It's like, no,
yeah,
like, that's the goal. Like, I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not acknowledge all of that. And it's not denial. It's like I'm gonna focus on all the good things, what I have, and what I can, like, what's in my control. What can I
yeah,
do about it?
yeah. And don't you think though, these days, I feel like maybe a little bit of why we're a little more complainy these days is like our political unrest. I feel like that definitely leaks into our daily lives. And so everything just feels a little more stressful. And so maybe that's why we complain about all the little things that are bothering us because we can't really do anything about those big things. They're kind of
Yeah.
out of our control. And so maybe that's kind of a way of having control, being like, oh, this thing bothered me today and that thing bugs me every time. And, I have a feeling that there's a bit of that going on too, because I feel like before the last yearish, I was able to stay in a more positive mindset for longer. I felt
Yeah.
like, but I don't know. Is that just me or do you feel the same way?
No, I think so too. And I try not to watch the news. Like I try to stay
Yeah.
current, but you have that's where perplexity really helps. And just like open Google and you have the most relevant news.
Yeah.
But I try not to go into those spirals and but it's hard and like yeah, I was telling my husband yesterday, I'm like, dude, the world's freaking ending.
I know.
And
It's
because
just
I forgot
wild.
we were watching, I'm like, the world's ending and we're worried about this. I'm like, yeah, no. Like let's
And here we
just
are trying to build businesses, but we
I
have to.
know,
It's
but
survival, you have to survive.
yeah, I'm like, it's not like we can just like lay down and wait, like
Yeah.
no. We have to
Mhm.
take charge of our what we can. Like I said, to control what we can, but not with apprehension.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good goal this year is to kind of try to let the little stuff go, try to, look forward to the things you do care about. It is difficult, I think. I think it's easy to get in that mindset of like, this is bothering me, and now this is bothering me, and now this is bothering me, and oh my gosh, everything is bothering me.
And that's where AI comes in. I made it about AI.
Yes.
I was having I was having all these frustrations, like with being laid off and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff in my brain. And again, I know I talked about this before, but not in this channel. There's nothing that helps me more than just writing it all out in a doc.
Mm,
Everything, like all of my frustrations, everything. Like sometimes even
yeah.
conversations I want to have with my brother or my husband. Always men. I wonder why. Um, with them and because I'm a very emotional person. Like if I start talking to you and I'm very like intense about it, I'll start crying and then I'll forget what I want to say. And then it's like, I always forget my point or I don't defend myself correctly if I have like if that was the point. So I'm like, I
Mm,
just put it all in a doc. And then I go to ChatGPT and I'm like, help me put these thoughts I have in order, make them make sense to me. And
mhm.
I do ask it to act sometimes as a counselor. This is not psychological advice.
Yeah.
This is not instead of therapy, but sometimes it helps that it has that personality. So it also helps you go through those thoughts and emotions and like unravel them in a healthy way. And
Mhm.
then it helps you communicate. Like I have done it where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. Tell me how I can have this conversation. And it has actually helped me. I keep forgetting that I want to do that video, which I am, how ChatGPT saved my marriage.
Oh, good. I want to
because it
watch that video.
because it helps a lot. And then from there you go to creativity. Like today I had a blast doing that video of us. And I hadn't done anything creative outside of Secret Eye Society, but like for me, for fun, just for and giggles,
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, oh, let's just do something fun. And I was literally waiting to put gas and I was playing. And then I was waiting for like picking up some groceries and I was playing. And I was like, this is so much fun. I hadn't had that much fun. And I remembered why I love AI.
Yeah, yeah. It is, I think, the art of it, and like you said, being able to write out your thoughts. And I really love, AI helped me this year for my plans for the year. I've been doing this thing that I didn't realize I was doing until I used one of Sabrina's prompts recently, where it got me. She was like, "Hey, do this prompt if you want to have a good 2026." And I did it, and it really got me out of the frame that I was thinking. I was thinking post more, post more, post more. And then that will be the thing that the catalyst that moves me forward. And AI was able to distill my thoughts and then say, no, this is going to be your catalyst. And it's actually what we're doing right now, going live on YouTube. And so we're here. Woo, woo.
Yay, I love it. I'm so happy we're doing
And I'm already having so much fun. And I still think, what the heck am I doing? Because I'm trying to do it every day, Monday through Friday, which is like feels a little insane. But I also love a challenge. So we're gonna see what happens.
I know you're so brave. I was doing YouTube. I stopped you doing YouTube because I you don't understand how much information I consume daily. I'm addicted. The other day I was like, I have an addiction to webinars and I have an
Oh my
addiction to
gosh.
learning.
Me
But it's
too.
like I'm always learning something. So I was like, someone said that you need strategy for your YouTube, use it as a funnel. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop. And then I want to watch this course. I'm like, no, I'm doing it for the vibes. So I'm going back. I'm going back to YouTube. I'm doing it for the vibes. I'm doing it for fun. When you do things for fun, things happen,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do it for the vibes. But that's why I stopped. But I was doing it once a week. And I would do it, I think, whenever I thought about it, like with no set schedule. And it was a lot of fun, but just thinking about you doing it every day, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I
Like that's
know, I know. And the only way I got my head around it, well, at first I thought I was going to do 7 days a week, which, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Like, how would I have any fun all summer or anything? But in the
yeah.
winter, I don't mind that sort of thing. Like it's cold and dark at 6 p.m. So why not be live on YouTube? No big deal. But when the summer comes, I'm going to be real sad if I was 7 days. And
Yeah.
so, I just, when I was thinking about it, I thought, well, you know what? If you only make this a 15 to 30-minute commitment each day, then it's doable. And I make it fun. This is for fun. It's to help teach everyone what I know and talk about the different subjects I want to talk about. But it's also needs to just be for fun. And so there's no pressure. I decided there's not going to be any pressure about it. If there is a day I just cannot do it, I just will not do it. And
Yeah.
the world will go on. No one will die. I won't die. YouTube won't die.
Yes, I love this. Yeah, it's and that's so important for be gentle with yourself. Like you're
Yeah.
not failing if you miss a day, all those that kind of mindset. It's really important. There's this guy I follow. Well, you have no idea how much YouTube I watch too, but I watch a lot of fun YouTube. So one of my favorite things to watch is scary videos, of course.
Oh, Yes.
And there's this guy that I think he's supposed to post every week, and then sometimes he's like, "Oh, it's been 3 weeks. Well, here's their video, and it's gonna be longer," and I'm like, and I'm following him, and I never miss a video, and I don't think people mind. It's like he does his
Yeah.
thing, and we watch the video. Sometimes I'm
Nobody's
like,
probably nobody's probably emailing him saying, "You jerk, you didn't post this week."
exactly. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, there's no video this week." I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna go watch another channel."
Yeah.
But it's like as soon as he pops up, I'm like, "Oh, yay." So
Exactly. I think keeping it low pressure, keeping it fun, keeping it for, and that's why like we had wanted to go live together already and do some kind of show or something. And I was like, just come on my show and we'll see how it goes. And then we'll do another one on your channel and we'll just play around. It's for fun, it's for play, right? And also for hopefully teaching everyone and things throughout the journey, So there's going to be golden nuggets in there.
yes,
Definitely.
and I mean, you have so much knowledge of so many important things that are so important for creative people. You're so creative, and I basically think like we create, and then you teach us how to sell in certain ways. I think that's just like a great partnership. I'm
It
like, but
is. It is. I mean,
something
and
about
both of
skill
us being creatives, like we understand each other's creativity and like that we need creativity, that's a huge part of who we are. I think working alongside other non-creatives is a little bit harder, because they don't quite understand what the need is. Like, why do you need to go create, or why you need that space? And it's a really vital space, I think, for both of us. Jilly
definitely.
Bean is here now. And Sarah says that's the trend for 2026. Social is not about teaching or being an expert. People are craving real and connection and real life. I want to vomit when I see a podcast with an avatar. Yeah, I mean, I think people are wanting connection more than ever. And with AI growing and us talking to AI so much, like we were talking about with our problems or our whatever, we're still wanting that personal connection and still wanting real people in our lives too. We're not just wanting ChatGPT to be our new
Oh,
best friend, our mom, our dad, our brother, our sister, our wife. Like it can't be at all. It's not going to replace Meatball.
oh, definitely not. He's asleep. I was there to grab him, but he's like, is asleep.
Aw.
Um, that's why community is so important too. I mean, I'm part of so many communities, but I have met, the people, and there's you who like if I have an idea, oh, you're the first person, like I have one of my best friends, she's creative too, and she has a business too, but I don't know. It's not the same. It's like I think of you because I'm like, oh, she's gonna, where I am in my journey. Like we have walked this path together for a year or two already.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
So it's not like I need to give you a recap. So like
Yeah.
there's you, and then there's other women that I met at the Create conference
Yeah.
that it's just like, oh my god, I love you. Let's just chat once in a while, and we Zoom and we talk, and it's like, yeah, like ChatGPT is never gonna give me,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
never, never, never. And so it's funny too because now I can't wait. So I'm trying to make space in my time and in my home. Hence why I was in a cleaning spree. I want to start bringing into the universe my AI art. So I want to go back to
Mm.
painting. Yes. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start streaming when I'm painting, and I can't wait. Like I
Oh,
really
I love that.
itching to paint, and I've been itching to do ceramics. Is there's a studio here, it's just that it's a little bit expensive. So as soon as I can afford it, I'm gonna go back to the ceramic studio too.
Yeah. Yeah. That will be so fun. I know I've been wanting to work in collage again. I haven't done collage since like maybe college or just soon after college. It's been a long time. And it's been so popular again and it's making me crave it again. I've actually been saving and cutting out images and things. I have a big box like of things collected from magazines and cards and all kinds of print materials. And I really want to get back into that. So I was saying here on these lives, I think I'll probably do some collage. I'll get my tripod set up and use my phone, I guess, to stream. and share the collage making process because I think it would just be fun to hang out with you.
I love that. I could never do collage. I don't have the patience. That's why I did ceramics. And I didn't have patience for the wheels, so I actually make my ceramics like with my hands
Yeah.
like a kid doing pottery. That's why I liked it because I was gonna do my minor in printmaking, and then I took printmaking and I was like, "Oh, I hate it because it's just such a mechanical." How ironic that I work on AI. It's such a mechanical process. Like for the screen printing and then the lithography. I was like, I can't stand this because I want to touch the paint. Like I
Yeah.
like to paint, and I didn't do my minor in painting because the teacher that I wanted to walk with me through my minor, she passed away. So
Oh, well,
yeah, she was such an amazing teacher, and ugh, I loved her. I love her, but I loved her so much. So that I was like, I don't know what else is left. I want to have a minor because I wanted to have a bachelor's in fine art. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with a minor, and I'm like, I get ceramics. I guess I'll just do ceramics because I can touch it and I can play and I can paint and I can get dirty, and I just love that. It
um,
also didn't hurt that the teacher looked like Aiden from Sex and the City.
the teacher what?
Looked like Aiden from Sex and the City. That didn't hurt. It was just like a little plus.
Woo!
I know he will be like, "Let me show you how to grab the clay." I'm like, "No, don't. I'll just figure it out by myself, please. You're
Like
making me
ghost, he's
nervous."
sitting around you
Yes.
going.
I'm like, "No, please stop." And believe me, all the girls that were in the class, they were all just like, "Ooh, ooh." Like they would all get excited, like, "Oh, the teacher's coming over."
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I think I've never
so
seen
great.
so many like girls with mud, but like very pretty makeup.
Yeah, my abstract class was the same way. The professor for the abstract class was so cute, and all the girls would come in so dressed up. And then in all of our other classes, everyone's wearing like sweatpants and dirty shirts. But in
Yeah.
his class, everyone's dressed all nice, made up.
Yeah, yeah. I was remember I'm like, I was remembering some of the girls, and I'm like, yeah, they were always like very cute at that class.
That's funny. But I love painting too. Painting is actually what my degree is in painting. And then my minor was in graphic design.
Oh,
Um,
okay, the other way around. Yeah. I did graphic design because I wanted to be a painter, but my dad was like, well, you have to do something that makes money. Little did we know that was not it. But I was like, this closest thing is commercial art because there was no photography. And then my dad was a lawyer, so he wanted me to be a lawyer. And I'm like, I didn't know I had ADHD yet. So I was like, I can't read, like I can't focus, I
um,
can't memorize all this stuff. So I was like, there's no way I can be a lawyer. If
um,
there was an easier way, now that we have notebook LM, maybe I could have, like that could help me study and memorize stuff. Not like Kim Kardashian. Don't use ChatGPT to your schoolwork. Use it to help you study. Um, but yeah, that's why I went with graphic design. We didn't know. It was
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Now I'm like, I should have studied computer science.
No, actually, I feel like I wish I had studied business.
Yes,
I
that
wish I
too.
had gotten a business degree because I think that would have applied to anything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I feel like now I have a business degree
Yeah.
after running a
You
business for
do.
30 years. So I got it in the degree of hard knocks instead. But
Oh, same. Yeah, people ask me like, "You don't have any experience on sales." I'm like, "Me? I sell myself every day. Believe you me, I don't have formal training, but I know how to.
yeah.
I do need a little, a little bit more help, though. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Like,
it's so I think when we're selling our art, that's the hardest thing to sell because it's so personal.
yeah,
It means a lot to us. It's like in our bodies and in our souls. And it really meant something when we created it. And so now putting it out there in the world and saying, here's the price I want to put on it, and then going, does anyone want it? It feels so scary to do that. So I totally get that. And I think that's one of the biggest hurdles to make as an artist, selling your art and even selling it on products.
yes, our
It's a big
packages.
hurdle.
It's and then I have like, and I know a lot of artists and people in this field have that kind of like PTSD of, you know what your work is worth, but then you live in a town that may be small, or you live in a town that where people don't appreciate these things because their cousin
Mm.
knows how to do it, or whatever. They can go to Fiverr or something stupid,
Yeah.
uh, and you know what you should price it for, and then you feel uncomfortable because you know there's going to be a lot of objection. That's why I want to get better at sales, to like
Yeah.
heal the objections.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And something, my favorite tip to give is the very first time I started selling my art on products was in 2000, and I was having my art screen printed on clothing and then selling that clothing in person at events.
Oh, I love that.
And it was really fun and really exciting, but I would have people come up to me and say, $40 for that, and it just stings, you go, what do
Words.
you mean? And you almost want to give it to them for cheaper, but you can't because you just sold someone else $40 for that, so like you're just stuck in this little bit of a spiral in the moment. And the thing I learned though, after doing that all the years that I did it in person like that, is that the person who says $40, she was never going to buy them.
Yeah,
Even if I put them down to 20, she would have said 20 or 10. 10. Like she just wasn't going to buy it. I learned that people that have that objection to a price probably weren't going to buy the item anyway.
yeah.
She wasn't my customer. And so my customers were the people that saw it and said, "Oh my gosh, I can have hot hips on the back of my hip on my yoga pants." You know what I mean? And they were delighted by it so much they had to buy it. And those were my customers.
That's so funny because I just went to a horror convention, and it was a convention where there was like all these actors from horror movies, and that was the whole thing. I went for a panel, but they have art, like artist booths everywhere, like
Yes.
a ton of artists, like Comic-Con is
Yeah.
exactly like a Comic-Con. And there was so much amazing stuff. And then I also dawned on me, I'm like, I could have done this my whole life. I could have done horror art. Like that didn't even, there was this woman that made, and speaking of ceramics, it was this coffee mug, and it was just like so beautiful, like a very nice earthy glaze on top of like a very like a white kind of iridescent rim, and then you moved it, and the handle was a face hugger from Aliens. Oh my god, I was so ready to buy it. It was like
Wow.
$1,000, something crazy. Maybe it was like 500. It was a bit crazy because I didn't have the money right there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be crazy because I know what it takes to make that kind of thing. And even if you don't, it was just so cool and
Yeah.
unique. There was just only one. And that made me so happy to see so many artists selling their art really expensive because it's such a niche thing, but it was amazing. There was this woman that had like 3D art, like between painting and paper mache, like the nun, like the nun. So it was like 3D, looked like the nun was gonna come out, and then he had the hands, and she was selling those paintings for like almost $1,000. And she was
Wow.
selling,
That's
and I was like,
awesome.
"This is amazing."
That's
I was
awesome.
so happy. And also, like, it blew my mind. I'm like, "Oh shoot!" Like I could do. I think that's why I want to go back to ceramics, low key. I was start doing like
Oh, that's so
horror themed
fun.
ceramics. But I
Well,
was like,
even your AI art would
yeah,
sell huge on prints, especially as collections. Oh my gosh. Because some of them really go together so well. And well, many of them do. You have many like sets, that
yeah.
could go together. And I think they would make beautiful triptychs on the wall. It just gorgeous, gorgeous. Um, yeah, your art blows my mind. Where was the conference? Was it in LA or Vegas or?
Albuquerque. That's why I went, because Albuquerque is 3 hours from here.
Oh, it's Albuquerque. Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, we have to go." Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I was like, it was so cool. Yeah, it was amazing. I went to see the Terrifier in person. The man that plays that
Yeah.
creepy
Yeah.
clown, he's the goofiest man alive, and it was such a experience. And I bought a little keychain. Like I bought stuff. Like I did buy a little bit of art, but there was pieces that I was like, when I'm ready, I'm gonna come back and buy everything.
Yeah.
It
I
was
know.
so
I went to a horror conference in LA years ago, and that's how I met Sid Haig. And he was so sweet. I couldn't believe it. I was so scared of him. I'm so scared of him. He just scares me so bad. And we were waiting in line to meet him, and there were only like five people waiting at the time we were there. And I was like, oh, good. And so we waited and we waited and we got up there, and I was like, oh my God, I'm too scared to talk to him. And then I talked to him, and he was just the sweetest, sweetest man. And couldn't believe it. But I have a picture of me and him somewhere, and it's so cute. And but the convention, like you said, was full of artists, full of authors. There were all these books there that people had written and self-published. That was really fun. I bought a few of those. Um, Tons of art, tons of prints. I bought a handful of, smaller prints and
Yeah.
stuff, people's art. It's really fun to see artists live like that. I think it's so inspiring, isn't it?
It was really inspiring. And like I said, just to see people price their art high, I was like, hell yeah. Like I'm so
Yeah,
glad. And they were selling and it was amazing stuff, like unique. So unique.
exactly. Exactly. Someone said they couldn't see you being a lawyer. I saw that in the comments earlier.
My mom says I would be a great lawyer because I love arguing. I'm like, maybe.
I was going to be a ballerina lawyer when I was 5. And my dad said, do you mean a lawyer for ballerinas or a ballerina and a lawyer? And I was like, maybe both.
I love that. I think I always wanted to be a painter.
Did
I
you?
always said I wanted to be a painter.
Yeah.
And
I
only
want,
one time I said I wanted to be a teacher just because I said that because I really liked my teacher at the time. But I
mm,
am a teacher. Woo!
yeah, I think I was always naturally a teacher, but wanted to be in dance. I danced from the time
Um,
I was 2 professionally until like I don't know, 36, 37 years old.
oh,
So
that's
I
cool.
danced, I've done, so many different kinds of dance, and I really love dance, but I've taught dance. I think everything I end up learning, I want to teach. So I think I'm just naturally a teacher, even though I think I'm all these other things.
I love that. You know, that's funny. I never wanted to teach anything until I learned AI. I
Oh,
had
really?
no interest in anything. Yeah, like my friends would be like, teach me Photoshop. I'm like, no, no. And back then there was no YouTube. So I was like, no, go to Barnes and Nobles and buy the magazines. Remember those magazines that had
Yes.
Photoshop
Yes.
tricks and they had a CD
Yes.
with the, oh my, I still have them. I still have some. I had an Illustrator one, a Photoshop one, an InDesign one, never After Effects. That's like my, I am gonna learn it one day, but it's like, but yeah, that's I was like, no, I don't want to teach you Photoshop. I don't have patience. I'll probably punch you.
Well, I think there's a difference between teaching and training too. Like, I think teaching is really fun because you give the information and then the students do what they want with the information. But if
Mm,
someone wants you to train them on a thing, that's a little bit different, um, because you feel more obligated that they actually can
yeah,
use
do the
it,
like,
like you have to babysit, handhold, and make sure they actually can use it and keep doing it until they can. And that's a little bit different. Whereas I feel like teaching, you can teach it, and then it's on the student to practice and learn and figure out how
yeah,
to make it happen.
definitely.
For sure. Beth says your work is so unique, Marisol. You are a model for me. Whenever I think about finding my voice, I think of you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Sarah says she paid $2,500 for a piece of art, a painting. She has it, and every day it brings her joy. I see it and feel something new in it every day. That's so
I love
nice.
that. Yes, I would totally. Yes, I actually, my husband was like, "Oh, let's get that the nun thing." I'm like, are you crazy? I'm gonna freak myself out. I love horror movies. Like that's a given. But I'm a very scary cat. Like I do not want to encounter
Yes.
anything. Like, no. He was like, just get it. I'm like, I scared myself once with my reflection. And I started screaming bloody hell. He was like, you saw yourself, didn't you? I'm like, I thought it was Bloody Mary. And technically it was. It was
Oh,
me.
did you play that when you were little?
No, I'm telling you, I
We
love horror
did.
movies, but I
Oh
will
my gosh.
never play stuff like that.
We
No, no
played it and it
dances,
was
no witchy, no none of
scary.
that. No, no, no. I love watching movies about it, but I will not play it. No, 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 no. Someone told me, I think it was Danielle LaFleur. And these are all women in AI, by the way, that I'm mentioning. So if you guys are curious about them, hopefully you can tell by the captions. But I think she told me like you can use it to contact your spirit guides. And I'm like, well, maybe like that I would,
Mm,
but I'm still not so sure. And then I have a friend, she actually she actually sees dead people like in the movie. Like she sees them like they're there
all the time?
all the time. And
Oh,
she loves all that stuff. She's like, "Oh, the Conjuring. Yeah, the Conjuring is my comfort movie." And I'm like, "Okay. That's why we're friends, but also no.
I
No
have
thank you."
I've actually seen ghosts, like actual form ghosts.
Mhm.
And I can feel vibrations from spirits in spaces where they're at. Like when we moved into this cabin, one of the reasons I could move here in the middle of a dark forest was because there were no bad vibrations
Thanks.
in this
Yeah.
home. There weren't any, there were no, there wasn't enough, it's not old enough to have that residual, nothing bad happened here, and it doesn't have any residual vibrations happening. And so that made it safe for me to move here. But I've been in other homes here on the lake where I have to leave.
Oh my god, how
Yeah. Like I
scary.
can feel it in my gut and I just go, oh, I have to get out of here right now.
No, see, I'm glad I'm not.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I tried to like open my intuitive. I am intuitive in my own things. Like I've learned how to follow my intuition, my gut, and all that stuff. Like I
yeah.
do it even in design. I always say I do intuition in my graphic design because
Mm,
I can see what you need just by talking to you. Like
yeah.
I see it in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy, but it's I swear. And I was practicing to like explore my abilities because we all have abilities. We just some are dormant and whatever, and they're all different, and we all have certain things. So I think I'm clairvoyant. Like I can see things, but I don't know how to like put together the messages, all that jazz. Because I really didn't want to. And when I was practicing to open my third eye, I swear I started getting these crazy, crazy dreams. And I was astral projecting because I can't astral project. Like I've done that like with control, like I'm flying over the town, like I feel great. But then the sleep paralysis. Oh no. Like I hate that. I hate how that felt. And I was having like these dreams where like I swear there was aliens involved. And I was like, oh heck no. And then I was like falling asleep next to my husband, and he was asleep because he was snoring. We still didn't have a dog. And I swear I heard, but I was trying to connect with my spirit guides. I heard, listen. And I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not doing this meditation anymore. I'm not ready. And I was like, that's it. That's it.
It is, it's difficult. And I do feel like, I mean, I have some sleep paralysis dreams about the same demon character every time. And I'm pretty sure I picked him up somewhere
Oh wow.
from doing this sort of stuff. I have all these ghost hunter friends, and I would go on these ghost hunting chases, and we would do all these different things. And I've always been able to sense it and feel it since I was young. And the more I honed it, I do feel like I maybe picked up that spirit at some point. Thank goodness it's not in my dreams every night or all the time, and I don't feel it in my space or in my
Yeah.
home. It hasn't invaded in that regard, but I do regret it when that happens. When I have one of those, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I wish I had not done that in that scary place.
Yeah. Oh, tell it to shoo shoo. Shoo shoo shoo.
I do every time I say, get the F out of here.
You might just need an energy clearing or a Mexican cleansing. I'll send you a
Yeah.
Mexican cleansing.
Okay. Okay.
I've never done one, but I know what it entails. That's one of
Yeah.
the things too. That's maybe not this year, but one day I do want to like study like the shamanism, like
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
like Mexican. It's an art.
My old neighbor Magano called me an honorary Mexican. And it was my favorite thing because I lived in this neighborhood that was like almost all Mexican. And we would all go to each other's houses and eat food together and share food. And he had a whole garden that he would grow food and share it with all of us. And one day he says, I was sitting over at their house and he says, "You're an honorary Mexican, Bloom." And I said, "Oh my God, you made my day." I
I
love
agree.
all things Mexican. I mean, I have always been so enchanted by Mexican culture and the history and the art and everything that comes out of Mexico, the stories. Oh my gosh. Like when you told that story for the first She Is AI magazine, I
Yeah.
was so enthralled. I was like, oh, I need more stories like this in my life.
I need to actually expand that story because it's like I don't even know if I don't even remember what part of the story I told, but it's like the Llorona story, right? The weeping woman,
Yes,
which
yes.
basically are it's not our Bloody Mary, but it's as close as it's gonna get. But I because I just did the song and did like some images, but there's like so much to the story, and there's like like a social aspect of it, and it's like a legend, but it's also like based on some historic things. And then like scholars are still talking about it. Like I found recent articles about what it actually means for like feminism and all this stuff. So I'm like, I need to do more now that I know well, before I did know how to do all the things like with 11 labs and all that stuff. I just was a little bit more lazy because and it was intimidating back then because it's been like a year or two actually. I think it's been 2 years since I did that.
Yeah,
So it was more intimidating for me to think about a narrator, the music, the sound effects, and
yeah.
everything to integrate that into an AI movie. And now it's like right now, I'll do it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I would love to see more stories like that from you. That was
I
phenomenal, especially with what you were having to work with. I mean, imagine if you redid it now, you
yeah.
know. Oh my
That's one
God.
of my first things, and I was, like, obsessed with it. It's a story I've been obsessed with since I was a kid, because it was, like, one of the stories they tell you to go to sleep, because it's like the boogeyman kinda thing, and then when I went to school and I did a paper on it, and I always just use it in my artwork. I have a painting I just recently saw, it was just, like, it was such a bad painting, I'm like, "Throw it away." But it was about La Llorona, like, it was literally me as La Llorona, and I'm like, "Oh, look at that." I should take a picture. I'm like, oh, where it started and now where it is. I think I did. I think I did take a picture. But it was me, La Llorona. I just realized it was me, and in the AI thing, it's me as well. But it's just been a story that I've been obsessed with forever. And then I was like 3 in the morning, just doing it and doing it. And my husband was like, "What are you doing that for?" I'm like, "I have no clue, but it will become something." And then it became, like I entered a competition. It didn't win, but I entered. Like I entered the competition. I was in the She Is AI magazine, and I should post it. I should actually post it on my YouTube.
You should. You absolutely should. People would love it.
And I have the rabbit one too that I did as like a cartoon. It's this child's story, the rabbit in the moon, and that's I think it's I don't think it's Aztec. I think it's a Mayan fable.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one too. That's so beautiful and such a nice story. I didn't know that story at all before.
And
So
that
that was
one
really fun.
that one I you can tell I'm more advanced there because I
Mm,
had the voice and the music and the sound effects,
yeah,
like it's more layered.
yeah,
Um, that was a lot of fun to do too. What did
yeah.
I enter that? I entered that also in some competition. Oh, what are the guys that are like about animation? Curious Refuge.
Oh, yeah, Curious Refuge. Yeah.
But that competition was like, oh my god! Like the things
Intense,
people enter
intense.
there
I
is
know.
wow, like
Yeah.
crazy.
I just keep being blown away. And I want to make more film stuff too, but it's more like a hobby for me. It's not something needed for my business. And so it kind of gets put on the back burner for sure. But every chance
It's
I get to like play around with it, I do because I just love doing it. It's so much fun.
it's just very it's so time consuming. Or do I think now it should be easier, especially with Nana Banana and then like Higgs wheel shots and like all these other tools that are making it easier. I think it should be a little bit faster to do, but before it was just like months, months and months. I think it should be faster now.
I think so too. And I think like you said, with the new tools, and even just like clean making sound effects with your video and things like that, that adds such a layer that would have taken a lot of time to add, to hunt down the sound effect that matches, try to match it up, put it in the layer in the film, and just it would be, yeah, a lot. Sarah says we were freaking her out. She started to watch the movie Tarot last night, got through 15 minutes and was like, hell no.
Which one?
Tarot? I don't know that movie.
Oh, oh my God, Sarah, and that's like such a light movie. We went to see it at the movie theater, and my husband was like, "This is the stupidest movie we've ever seen." I'm like, the art. I love the cards and I love the monster they created, but it's not really scary.
Oh,
But yeah, Sarah, that's good. That's good if
that's
you're not a horror person.
yeah. If you're not a horror person, then don't watch any of the other things we're talking about.
Do not watch Insidious and do not
No,
watch
no,
The Conjuring.
no.
So Insidious, by the way, Insidious freaked me out because so I have a friend and he's a physicist. He's a scientist, a very advanced scientist. And he was like, "Hey, recommend me a horror movie." And I'm like, "But you don't believe in that." He's like, "Well, just," and I'm like, "Insidious freaked me out. First time it came out, I had to go watch it 3 times in the movie theater because I was like, I've never seen anything like this, and it scared the crap out of me." So he went to see it, and he's like, "Bro, that scared me." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yes, because, well, with the 11 string theory and quantum physics, theoretically, this could happen." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, like dimensions are layered and like time and da da da." And I'm like, "What?" So I was able to scare a scientist in one of the movies I love.
I love it. I love it. My scary movie go to is an old one. It's The Shining.
Oh,
And
that's
it scares me every time I watch it. I've seen it a dozen times at least, maybe more. And one time I watched it on my couch in my living room one day. And I started it in the afternoon, and by the time it was over, it was dark out.
mhm.
And in the middle of the movie, a cat was on my roof somehow. And I didn't know. I just heard this like pitter patter on the roof. And then I hear the cat decided to jump down and it slid down the window in front of me with its claws
Oh my
while I'm
god.
watching that movie. I screamed so loud. I can't believe the neighbors didn't call the police thinking I was dying or something. I screamed bloody murder. And then by the time the movie was over, I couldn't get off the couch. I literally slept there for the whole night because I was afraid to put like my feet on the floor or like move through the house at all. I just literally stayed on the couch and slept there until the morning.
Oh my god. No, The Shining is have you watched Doctor Sleep? Please watch Doctor Sleep. If you
Yes.
like The Shining, that I
Yes.
just love that movie. So good. It's not scary, but it's so good.
But it's so good. Yeah.
It's so
And I
good.
think
No,
it's probably scary for maybe like Sarah.
yeah. Well, yeah, I also have to clarify my threshold is
Very
mm,
high.
not normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Not normal. We watch this
Same.
for comfort. And
Same.
this so it's not yeah, it's not gonna be like my cousin's favorite horror character is Chucky, so was mine until
Oh,
the Terrifier. And
mhm.
then like Terrifier's a little too much. And then the kids, because it was Christmas, we were talking, the kids like, well, Terrifier. I'm like, you can't see it, don't watch it. Please don't watch it. And they're like, why not? I'm like, it's just too disgusting. Don't watch it, please.
Yeah.
It's not for your little brains. Don't watch it. Don't watch
When
it.
when did you watch your first scary movie?
Oh my God, I was way too young. My dad, I we were always homies. So when I was on vacation, we would always watch TV till very, very late. So he would just let me stay watching movies with him. And it was either a horrible, like bad action movie, like Steven Seagal
Yeah.
kind of movie, or
Yeah.
a horror movie. I think it was Fright Night. And I was so scared. I grabbed a Bible and went to the bathroom to start praying because I didn't want the vampires to get me. And I'm obsessed with vampires. I still want to be one. But I was so scared. I don't know how young I was, No, no, I think actually I'm getting flash be like trauma coming back. No, I think it was actually The Exorcist, and I was under the bed. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was under the bed, and I was watching The Exorcist, and I swore my bed moved that night. I was
Oh my
because I was
gosh.
so scared. Yeah, I
How
was
old do
like,
you think you were?
I think I was like 6 or something. Like I
Oh,
was
that's
little.
really young.
Yeah, because
That's
I
really
was
young.
under the bed. I was very, very little. And then the other one that totally traumatized me was Beetlejuice, which is weird
You
because
know,
I was
I have to agree. I think Beetlejuice was scary when it came out too. Maybe it
and I
was
was
my
little.
age or whatever, but when I saw it, but I thought it was scary. The lobster claw hands and those sand snakes and
Sandworms are scary.
yeah.
I was in this that said cousin that also likes horror's house, and we were playing, and then some of them were watching Beetlejuice, and it was a part with the snake where he's a snake, and I screamed and hid behind the couch. I was like, "Oh my god, what are you guys watching?" I was so scared, and then fast forward a couple of years, and Beetlejuice was my boyfriend because of the cartoon, and I loved him. Freaky kid. I was a little freaky kid, but I understand why.
I think liking horror is like yeah, it's a special part in your brain and I think it seems like when people have kids, they stop being able to watch it. My sister used to love horror, and now that she has a kid, she can't go there.
Yeah,
Every once in a while she'll watch something, but only like just a little scary. She can't watch like the real deal anymore.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
see, one of the other reasons I don't have kids. So
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
watch all the horror movies.
Reason
I just
number 672.
exactly. I saw a couple of studies that came out recently that said that for neurodivergent brains, horror movies are like a kind of dopamine.
Hmm.
And so that's why we like them so much, kind of like how
Interesting.
people like roller coasters.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I
something
love a
along,
roller coaster.
don't quote me on
Yeah.
that. It's along those lines, but there's been studies. And then my brother's like, I saw them. I was going to send them to you, but I don't want to keep encouraging you. And I'm like, it's a little too late for that.
Well, yeah, I think it does create like an excitement, right? It creates adrenaline and excitement, and so it's kind of fun if you're not scared of it. If you're
Yeah.
not truly scared of it, you don't finish and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't move." I mean, not that I haven't watched a movie where I couldn't move after, but like The Shining when that one time, but
Yeah,
uh
that was terrifying. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I would have cried. I would have freaking cried
oh, I just
if that
screamed.
had happened to me.
Beth says her sister played the harp at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park.
I got
That is, I
chills.
know, chills. Yeah, seriously. I've
Oh,
always wanted to go there, but I'm so nervous to bring anything home with me because, like, I already have that one thing kind of attached to me, and I'm like wondering what going into a space like that
wear your
could
crystals.
bring.
That's
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
that's when you wear your
Yeah,
crystals. So
that's true.
yeah, don't always. If you're always protected, you should be fine. And we shall find a way to free you.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. What is so funny? And Florrie's here.
Dr. Flurry.
Trying to
See.
see the master. I was attuned under. I have master Sui or something, as I believe everyone has the ability to connect to universal energy. I really did not pay attention. Oh, she was talking to Florrie about something else.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why I didn't understand.
Ginger says definitely not Insidious or The Conjuring. Yeah, those are really, really scary. I love the hat in Doctor Sleep. For a second there, I'm like, could I rock a hat like that? Because I love that character's fashion altogether. I forgot she was named the hat, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Burnt Offerings? Oh no. Oh, it was scary AF when I was a kid. I get nightmares now. Oh, okay. The Sarah says that scary movies messed up her sleep. You know what? That's one of the things. I sleep like a baby. But you know what's
They
funny too?
usually do.
I learned how to control because I can't control my lucid dreaming. Oh, because it's astral projection and lucid dreaming. So I can do both. So whenever I start getting a nightmare, because I would get nightmares, your subconscious is so weird. Like I could watch a scary movie today and I'm gonna dream about it in a month.
Yeah.
So I would have times where I would like dream ghosts or something. I remember a dream where like there was a ghost in the ceiling, stuff like that. But I learned how to cast them. Like I cast them away now, and I can go back to sleep. I don't even wake up anymore because I would
Mm.
wake up and I would freak out, and then I'd have sleep paralysis. It's like a horrible experience.
Hmm.
But I literally learned to be like, okay, no, I'm protected. I'm always protected. My ancestors, my guides, everybody's here. I have the light, and just cast them away. And then if I'm in paralysis, I do the Kill Bill, wiggle your little toe,
Oh, that's smart.
and
That's smart.
it helps. It doesn't help all the time. There's times where it's like so frustrating because I'm just like screaming, but you're
Hmm.
not screaming.
Yep. And
And
your
I'm like,
mouth is like closed,
oh,
but
like,
you're
oh, I hate
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's not perfect all the time, but I
Yeah.
have been able to cast away like the nightmare. I'm able to like flip it. Like I flip the story in the nightmare.
Yes, I
And
have been able to do that sometimes too, like turn it into like this is not actually a scary situation. It's really this, and turn it into something more mundane. But yeah, I still do get the ones, but it's rare. It's usually when I'm more stressed out or when my immune system is low.
oh yeah, that's when it'll happen. Like if I don't sleep well or more than 6 hours for too long, then I'll start getting the paralysis. I was
Yep.
partying too much when I was getting paralysis. I was like, yeah, well, that's probably not a good thing. And there was an American Horror Story, the hotel one, where I
Oh,
think they had like analogy like that. There's like there was like a demon that was like vices, and it was living in the hotel, and it
oh
was like
yes, yes, yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like that. Like if you're doing all those harmful
Yeah,
things, it's
yeah.
easier. So I
And
was
it's
like,
your immune system's low because you're dehydrated, your brain is not functioning properly because it's tipsy and buzzy. And so there's this slot for those things to get in there while you're asleep, for sure.
yeah.
American
So
Horror Story. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite series ever.
me too. It's well, the first 5 seasons. I don't know. I watch them all. I watch them all. I'll still watch anything that man does, Ryan Murphy. But
The circus one with the clown and with the two-headed, the conjoined twins.
mhm.
That clown was one of the scariest clowns ever.
Yeah, I
And
went to see him.
her playing the conjoined twins was brilliant. Like how she was able to be two people. I mean, the acting in that just wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Sarah Paulson,
Paulson
that's her
is
name.
just
I
she
love
can do
her.
anything. That woman
Oh, I
can do
know.
anything, and
I
she's gorgeous.
know. Like Nurse Ratchet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she blows my mind. Every time I see her on anything, I'm watching it. Like it doesn't matter what it is, what it's going to be about. I don't care. I'm watching it.
Same. I'm like,
Jessica's here.
hello, ladies. I always look very close to the camera when I'm checking the comments. There's definitely things I don't want to watch now that wouldn't have faced me a few years ago.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I think also, don't you sometimes have times where you can't watch a horror movie, maybe because things are too hard? Like, I feel like if there's really scary things happening in my real life, then I can't watch a horror movie right now because that scary stuff is happening. But it has, I mean, scary stuff. Like when my mom was in the hospital last year, she had to have open heart surgery. When that was happening, like that was a time I could not have watched a scary movie because I was already like
It's,
low energetically,
yeah.
and so
I don't know. I actually have no idea because I'm thinking like the only time I can think of I wouldn't have the brain to do that was the whole COVID thing when because my dad passed away, he was in the hospital and all that stuff. Like I probably didn't even watch anything
yeah.
at all. But it for me it's like a break. And I think it has to do with that whole thing of like the dopamine or adrenaline or whatever it is that gives you. So it's kind of like my me time because there's times where I told Jay like, hey, I want to watch this movie. I know you don't want to watch it. It's probably gonna suck. So I'm gonna go watch it. I got my popcorn, uh, and just yeah, I make it a night of it. So it's like
We do
my
that all the time because my husband doesn't watch movies. So if I want to watch a movie, I mean, he'll watch the rarest movie just on occasion, but he doesn't like to sit still for 2 hours. So he,
um
so he can't, he doesn't want to watch a movie. It's not pleasant for him. And I love it. I love watching movies. So we do that all the time. Like I'll go off and watch a movie and he'll do whatever he's doing. He's always outside.
oh, he's a nature man. Yeah, no,
He's always outside.
J Lab's like he's more like an artsy indie kind of movie, and I like those a lot. But
Mm.
I have to be in the mood, and then I like very bad horror movies and this movie like cheesy movies. I'll watch them all. I have Shutter. I can, and I have Tubi. Like y'all just watch anything or everything. And he's like, no, you pick really bad movies unless they're like in the movie theater. So I'm like, okay, bye. I'm gonna go watch movies, scare bad movies. I'll
I
go to a
love a
movie
terrible
theater by
movie.
myself. I
Yeah,
love
oh,
going
me
by
too. Me too. You know why? Because you're in the theater alone and no one's going to talk to you or interrupt. And I do love talking too. Like if you're with a friend and you chit chat about it, that's fun too. But when you're there alone, you can get fully into the movie, fully enveloped in it, and you can experience it fully too, I feel like.
I went to watch so Osgood Perkins is Anthony Perkins' son, and he did Long Legs. And he has other movies, but that's like the most well known. He just had one recently and he looked a little too artsy. So he was like, no, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait. Like I can't wait. I need to go watch it. And I went the latest, so there was nobody there.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it was such a great experience. I loved it. It was like I think
Oh,
it was the only one there actually in that movie theater.
that's even better because then there's nobody in there to ruin it for you. Although, did you see
That's
Weapons? So Jill was asking if we've seen Weapons, and I was going to ask you earlier, and then I forgot. Did you see Weapons?
oh yes, of course. I love that
Okay.
movie. I watched it already
Were
like
you
5 times.
scared though?
I there was a couple of jump scares that I was
There
scared.
were jump scares, but I wouldn't say it was scary overall. Like, it's not like House of a Thousand Corpses scary.
Yeah. Well, it's because she was a badass witch.
She was. I mean, she really, that actress and that character is rad. And I honestly wish she was more of the movie, really. I feel like she should have been way more of the movie and her with the kids and everything. I think that would have been so much better of a movie. I once she was in it and the kids were being controlled by
Yeah.
her, that part of the movie was fascinating to me. But the whole beginning, I was just so like my friend and I kept going, do you think it's going to get scary? I don't know. Do you think it's going to get scary? I don't know. Do you think it's going to get scary? We just
Well,
kept wondering. And then we did have that jump scare. And we
yeah.
went, oh, okay, maybe now it's going to get scary. But then it just never really got there, like it never really got fully terrifying to me.
The thing with me too is like I don't know if it's like a spectrum thing or whatever, but I once I'm in the movie, like I'm in there, like I'm
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm just like for me, it's like everything's happening to me at the same time. I'm very, very immersed. And so I was like so into the story and the perspective of the characters. And then of course I go like, oh, look at the cinematography and like I'm looking at the dialogue. So I'm really, really enjoying the movie. So as long as it's messed up, the story is messed up, it's okay if it's not super scary. But I
Yeah.
love that character. I wanted to be here for Halloween too.
Oh, she would be a great character to be for Halloween.
I wanted to. So there was a guy that actually dressed up as her.
Oh,
He looked amazing. He looked so great. Um, but yeah, it's like I love that. I really, really liked it. That Long Leg so far is one of my favorites of last
did
year.
you watch it alone or with a friend?
Weapons, I think I did go to see with Jake. Like he did like that premise.
Yeah.
And Long Legs, I went to watch it alone, and then I went to watch it with Jay, and then I went to watch it with my brother. because it was like everybody needs to watch the movie and we're watching it. Okay, I love it, but also you know how I feel about Nicolas Cage.
We all know.
So I was like,
Your hall pass.
yeah, oh, yep,
For sure.
yep.
I have the funniest scary movie story. Dennis and I, when we were just friends, we weren't dating yet. We went to the movies with my then boyfriend, actually. All three of us went,
Ooh,
and we were all friends. We were friends with him, and so he went. Anyway, we went and watched oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name now? Where they did the cinematography handheld Blair Witch. We went and
oh,
watched Blair Witch Project, and I was really excited about it, and um, heard that people were throwing up in the theater because of the movement, of the camera and everything. And so I was so excited, so excited. We went and watched it. It was really good. I thought it was great. I was excited by it. I thought it was really fun. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, but I thought it was fun, and it got my heart going a bunch of times. So when we left, we went back to my place and we're all hanging out. I think we had dinner after because it might have been early or something. But anyway, we're hanging out, and Dennis goes to leave, and he says, "If you guys," I said, "Do you need us to walk you out to your car?" And he says, "No, I'm not scared of that movie. It didn't scare me at all." And I said, "Okay." And he says, "Well, if I scream, come and see if something happened to me." And we were laughing, total joke. He leaves, he goes outside. He had left his window down in the car, and a cat got in his car. And so when he sat down, he sat almost on the cat, but the cat jumped up and clawed onto him. And it scared him so bad. He said he screamed like a girl in the driveway. He was out there screaming, and he flung the cat out the window off his arm. And so it clawed all the way down his arm.
oh my god.
He comes back in, and we were like, "Oh, you're back?" And he said, "You didn't hear me screaming?" And we said, "No." And
Oh,
he's got blood all down his arm. And we were like, "What happened?"
the Blair Witch got him. That's what you get for
That's what you
disrespect.
get for not being scared.
That's what you get for disrespecting the witch. She was in cat form. You cannot make me think otherwise.
It was so good.
I love when things like that happen.
I
Like
know, me too.
serendipitous. Let's see.
Oh. And we didn't rescue him. Nope. Oh. Oh, Julia Garner, that's her name. That was the witch. Yeah, I think. Right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Jilly Bean said.
Flory
I was
saying, "What do you think about the Curious Refuge program?" Oh, Flory, I wasn't in it. I submitted a movie in one of their competitions a while ago. Like what was like 2 years ago? Yeah.
I think Vesica is in Curious Refuge though, if you want to ask her about it, Flory. I think Vesica was in their program or took some of their classes. Sarah had to pop out. Gosh, we've been talking for an hour. That's so awesome. I knew we were gonna have so much fun.
Oh my god! Like there we go. And I was kind of nervous. It's
I
just because I haven't
know.
done the YouTube thing in a little while.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just fun, right? I mean, it's super fun. Um, so yeah, maybe we should wrap it up and we'll come back and do it again.
Yes, I'm excited.
We'll do it on your channel, we'll do it on my channel again, and have some more conversations. Maybe we'll talk about AI a little more next time. Who
Yes.
knows? Maybe we'll talk more about horror.
Who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, and I don't know. Maybe we should do the joint thing. I know it's been me.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, no, I think we should make it casual and make it fun. That's the goal, I feel like. Because if it's not fun and it's not casual, then it's too much pressure. And we have all this other pressure in our life and our building our businesses and all those things. And so these sorts of things should be fun, I
Yeah,
think.
I agree.
I think.
Well,
And
thank
this
you
was
so much
super
for
fun.
inviting me. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me. I'm so glad we did it. And I also, because I was gonna be like, oh, maybe next week. I was like, no, do it now. Just not on Monday, because Mondays are always rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you guys didn't see Marisol's reel that she created for today's live, you got to go check it out on her Instagram. Oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing. It's us singing Lizzo, which she's one of my favorites, so that just like delighted me to no end. And yeah, it's super cute. And we'll come back and do it again soon, for sure.
Yay! Thank you for joining us, guys.
Yes, thank you for coming and hanging out with us, especially for so long. Most of you stayed, and it's so great. It's so sweet of you. We love you guys. Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Oh, maybe it's not good night. I don't know how to end.